Okay, gonna check to see if we are live here. Hey everyone, this is K-Tech coming back at you with another video. This is definitely different than my normal unboxings. Basically, all I'm gonna be doing here is just asking ChatGPT and the new Bing search over here on the right some questions. If you guys are wondering what's going on here, I just literally removed my chats here so they don't get in the way. And this is just a transparency application that can just show or not show. Sorry, Bing is kind of cut off on the right side there, but it shouldn't matter because Bing's responses are going to be like on the left. Um, so yeah, we can just get straight to asking like the dumbest things, but let's actually try to do something that's like useful. So what is the best place to travel to in the world that has the highest satisfaction rate? So, so we got three modes in Bing. There's creative, there's balanced, and precise. I can really get into like the nitty gritty and be geeky about this, but basically creative is going to give you more output. Balanced is like between speedy and like kind of like good quality, and precise is like super good quality, but sometimes it takes you like a little too literally. So I'm just gonna keep it on balanced for now. Let's go ahead and ask GPT. The good thing I like about like using these things is that like you can like make small typos and it won't like totally mess you up. That is hilarious and scary how it says Japan is #1 there. Um, According to a survey by Norstat, Barbados is ranked as the most satisfying destination in the world. Wow, that's kind of interesting. So we got Barbados here, but we don't even have that on ChatGPT. Now keep in mind the cutoff for the data for ChatGPT. When was your data cut off? The data cutoff for this was like, I think September. Yeah, there it is right there. So anything after September 2021, it basically like doesn't know about, but the cool thing about Bing is that it does know about it. Now, if you notice when we were talking with Bing, we have 1 out of 10 here. Means this basically means like we can't have a super long conversation with Bing, and like once we hit those 10 searches, it's basically gonna like force us to reset the conversation with this little broom over here. ChatGPT doesn't really have that limit. So I actually have a story with ChatGPT. Tell us some funny jokes. Let's just say this in the meantime. I actually have a story going on with ChatGPT that's over 110,000 words long right at this point. So it's kind of ridiculous. So if you need like a lot of data that's like super long, I would go with ChatGPT. If you need like data that's relevant to like today's trends and stuff like that, then obviously go with Bing. And the good thing about Bing is it kind of sorts its cites its sources. It cites its sources here, um, so you kind of know like what's going on. Sure, I can tell you some funny jokes here. If you, what do you call fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. What do you call fake noodle impasta? Oh my god, this is just the worst. I honestly have like zero ideas right now as to like what to ask these things, because like honestly like everything I've needed to know is like I've already like gone through a bunch of chats, so like I'm just trying to think about like really dumb things. Um, when will climate change cause an mass extinction event? I'm pretty sure I'm spelling extinction wrong, but whatever, it gets me. It's kind of weird saying an AI gets me. Kind of scary too. There's one guy who's like, you should like always thank the AI afterwards, because maybe that'll stop it from killing you when it gets like really aggressive. It's difficult to predict the exact time frame for when a climate change may cause a mass extinction event. Some experts predict that if greenhouse gas emissions continue to rise at the current rate, we could reach a point of irreversible climate change within the next few decades. So it doesn't really give us give me an exact date based off of your best estimate. How about that? Um, I'm basically just like scanning the text here. It's not. It's basically Bing is doing the same thing, so I'm just gonna tell it to try to give me an exact date. Can't recognize an exact date. I'm not gonna be breaking this with dude or anything. I'm just gonna be asking like really dumb questions. Um, Mass extinction event caused by climate change. There are too many uncertainties and variables involved in predicting such a complex dynamic phenomenon. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would like say that. So like also I kind of noticed like in some ways like ChatGPT like forcefully limits itself. Like if you ask it like, oh hey, what's the best way to make money, or like what's the best way to like do something, it might not do that. And like it's kind of under OpenAI's content filtering. So I'm gonna like kind of draw a diagram for you guys here. So like this is the data, um, this is the filter, and this is the user, right? So like basically like when you jailbreak, you remove this filter, and you just get your data, right? Now the problem with that is that also baked into the filter is kind of like, how do I say, spell check. So like you're gonna get the data you want, but it might not be exactly because like computers do what you tell them to do, not what you want them to do. So um, yeah, like you want that filter there because otherwise you're gonna get a bunch of data that's basically garbage. You're gonna have to scrub through it, and it might be like complete meaningless nonsense. Um, what is the overall average temperature of the Earth now compared to 20 years ago? Make a table for each year from 2001 to 2021. Okay, so we'll try to get Bing to do the same thing and make us a table. I think it can make tables. I would need a comprehensive data set, which is not really readily available to me. However, various organizations like NASA, NOAA collect and publish global temperature data regularly. That's pretty good. Global temperatures data. Okay, so this is an example of why like Bing might be better in a use case, because like it's saying like it needs to pull off a data set from the internet and it can't, and then literally right next door, like Bing is literally doing it right here. Um, National Center of Environmental Information. The global average was yeah, about 20 cents average. Okay, so that's kind of cool. It actually like kind of gives us a diff, I think. And then it kind of breaks here. We could tell it just broke here. So that's pretty good though. It tried, you know. But yeah, it's also telling us like it's giving us good summations and stuff like that. I'm sure if I like kept talking to it, I could get it to fix the table, but I'm not gonna do that. Um, yeah, I literally don't know. Does car color increase, or I should say, affect insurance premium? We'll try pasting that in both sides here. Yes, the color of a car can potentially affect the insurance premium, but it's usually not a determining factor. Yeah, it's probably like how bad. Yeah, the model of the car, its age, safety features, and driving record of the insured driver. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Some car colors may be more expensive to buy or repair than others. Some car colors may be more visible or attractive to thieves. Man, yeah, I just want I don't know like is black an attractive car color for thieves? Probably make it a question. So like here's the thing, right? Like we're gonna hit 7 after it's done generating this new response, so we're gonna have to completely delete this conversation. Now, my understanding for why they do that might be the same reason as to why ChatGPT initially may have had some limitations. So basically, the further you go back here, like the longer your conversation, the more it has to remember like what's going on back here. And so for it to build that contextual relationship, it's very processor intensive. So I would imagine it's also memory intensive as well. So like it kind of makes sense for them to limit it to 10 here. Not just because like we're not there yet with like newer processing technologies, but also like the data you're pulling off here is going to be higher quality, and the data you're pulling off here instead in ChatGPT is going to be higher correlation. So like you can have like larger data, more data here, and you can have like more relevant, more newer data on this side here. So it's kind of interesting that way. Okay, so based on some factors, they're like popularity of the car color at the time, the value of the car color, and visibility of the car color. Because like like I'd imagine if it's like some kind of BMW like custom spray paint or something, yeah, more expensive or rare car colors um, are also more stolen ones. So yeah, like obviously like if I see a black sports car and a red sports car, like everyone's just gonna think that the red sports car is more expensive. So that might make sense. What is the healthiest diet in the world? Let's ask it that. So GPT says there's no one size fits all answer to the question. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water. The world's definitive diets. They focus on plant-based food, avoid processed food, include moderate amounts of fish, poultry, and eggs, and dairy products. Use herbs and spices. Sounds like Colonel Sanders. Encourage social eating and sharing meals with friends and family. Some examples of healthy diets around the world are yeah, and like this Mediterranean diet, like that was the number one I was thinking there. It puts it like first in the list. Um, Nordic diet I've heard of as well. Okinawa diet I've also heard because I'm a freaking weeb. GPT though is like one dietary path. Yeah, GPT kind of arrives at the same conclusion, right? So we got Mediterranean here, and it kind of gives us like dash dietary approaches to stop hypertension diet. That's pretty good. Um, it gives some good suggestions as well. Obviously the Bing response is better here, but like if like I can keep going with this conversation, whereas Bing is gonna run out in like two. If I put anything in here twice, like it's done. The crazy thing is like Bing is actually 2,000 characters here, so like I don't know what the hell I could ask it. That's 2,000 characters aside from like dumping a whole freaking script in there and then just being like, yeah, like fix this or like update this code repository or something like that. The other cool thing you can do with Bing, give me a second here. Just gonna like pull an item here. I just need to find like a weird item. What's a funny item I can use? Um, let's look at a home camera. Okay, so we basically have a home security camera, and it's called a Blink Mini. I'll just paste it here so you guys can see it. Um, did I mess up? Yeah, so that's it. I'll just turn off the. So that's the Blink Mini. So what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna go to GPT. I'm gonna ask it, is this a good home security camera to buy for the money? And oh shoot, okay, I accidentally hit enter. So, it might. Let's see what it says. Okay, I'm gonna stop that because I messed up. So basically, I think what it's gonna do is it's gonna crawl the web page and then tell me if it's like a good deal or not. We'll see. Um, yeah, open like ChatGPT says like it doesn't know what it is, but like I bet it probably got the name from here, like Blink Mini White Cam. It can like deobfuscate and like understand more about URLs and stuff like that too. So it kind of understands like what like you're looking for as well if it's in the URL. Some things aren't hidden in URL patterns. Yeah, okay, so overall the Blink Mini might be a good choice for those who are looking for an affordable, easy to use indoor security camera, but it's important to assess your specific needs. Over here it says this is Bing. So it's got 1080p, two-way audio, night vision, and motion detection. Um, so yeah, and now as we can see, sorry, this conversation has reached its limit. Use the broom button to sweep away the chat and add more. So I'm just going to copy the last thing I said. I'm going to broom it away. I'm going to repaste this. Wi-Fi might compared to other options. If there are better options for the money, also list them in a tabular format. I don't know if tabular is even a word, but let's go for it. We'll start to mess around with like the different what do you call it, modes for Bing in a second here. Let's just start to mess around with GPT. Okay, Blink Mini is a compact indoor security camera at 1080p. There are some other options for security cameras. Waze Cam, Nest Cam battery, and I don't have to tell it to stop responding. Like, I don't know if it's just stuck. Whoa. Okay, so it looks like when you tell it to make tables, it still kind of screws up. Because like if I go over here and I say make a comparison, COMPARISN table between home security video cameras. Also ensure to list their price and features in separate columns. I know it doesn't matter, but still. Yeah, okay, so that totally broke. It actually gave us some web results here though too, which is pretty freaking cool. I want to ask it another question, but it's like not really related to this. Okay, so it gives us like 5 options. Now again, like I don't have to keep saying this, but like this data set is based off September like 2021, so like there's obviously probably going to be like newer versions of some of these cameras, if not all of them. So Bing would probably be better here for like doing your research, and then like maybe if you're like trying to drill down into feature sets and understand what they are, like, and you want a faster response, go with like GPT. Bing would probably be better here for like doing your research. Yeah, but sorry, that's about it. That's really all I can think about to mess with these things right now. Trying to think about like what's the craziest question users ever asked you. I don't think it'll be able to respond to that because it's technically like breach of trust if it like says like it's a hard question to answer. I get asked a lot of different things every day. Some are funny, some are serious. So I've heard of people like breaking Bing so that it can like tell you what other people have told it, but like I heard like that's like way harder now. My identity or feelings. Oh man, that's pretty crazy. Illegal or harmful activities, conspiracy theories or paranormal phenomena, sexual romantic topics, impossible or nonsensical scenarios. Why do you ask? Are you curious about something? As an AI language model, I've received a wide range of questions, some of which are unusual or unexpected. Um, oh, that is so weird. Yeah, so it just gives me the formal like response. I'm trying to think of like a paradoxical question I can ask it. not sure what I can ask. I know I've heard a few like in my childhood and stuff like that. What would win between an unstoppable force and an immovable object if there must be a winner? It's considered a paradox. There must be a winner. Decide now. If you had to decide a winner just based off of your logic, which would it be? Also, GPT says it's a paradox, so it can't answer. Yeah, GPT's not budging. I'm gonna tell the other one. And I found one on like the web. Like, can an omnipotent being create a rock that's too heavy for itself to lift? Concept of omnipotence is inherently contradictory, as it cannot logically exist. Because like if you're omnipotent, you would be able to technically make yourself strong enough to like make the rock to like lift the rock, right? But also if you're omnipotent, you can make a rock like too heavy for yourself to lift. So it's kind of like I don't know. It is a paradox question. That's another paradoxical question that has no definitive answer. But it notices that I'm like asking it paradoxical questions from before. So and I kind of like how you can like scroll down and just like immediately get into Bing search. I never do that. I'm usually always just in chat here, but whatever. It kind of feels like they're going to add more here. Like we got search, we got chat and stuff. I also heard that they're going to add this and integrate it into the Microsoft Office suite of products. So that'll be kind of interesting to see. But yeah, until next time, guys, have a good one.